According to Reuters and other media, on July 7, Trump softened his stance on military aid to Ukraine, stating he would send more weapons, mainly defensive ones. Just days earlier, Trump had suspended part of the aid, citing the arsenal's inaction. At that time, a batch of weapons in Poland, about to be sent to Ukraine, was halted by Trump's order. They had no choice but to turn back on the spot. Now, Trump has revised the order again, and it's unclear whether this batch of weapons will once more be redirected to Ukraine. Why has Trump's policy on military aid to Ukraine undergone such dramatic changes in just 1 week? First, recall that when Trump initially suspended military aid to Ukraine, the official U.S. reason was a shortage of weapon stockpiles, prioritizing their own use. This wasn't entirely made up. Not long before, during the Middle East conflict, Trump provided considerable military support to Israel. It's normal for weapon stockpiles to be short. Today's America isn't the World War II America. Its arms production efficiency has declined. With China tightening military use rare earth export controls, U.S. military production is severely affected. The few rare earths obtained must prioritize advanced equipment like F-35 fighter jets, regular weapons and equipment. They can gradually reduce production to barely keep the supply chain running. However, insufficient arms stockpiles could be a reason for the U.S. to suspend some military aid to Ukraine. But it's not the fundamental reason. After all, while suspending aid to Ukraine, the U.S. still approved a $5.1 billion arms sale to Israel. This move clearly shows that the excuse of insufficient arms stockpiles is not convincing. The real motive is to use this as leverage to pressure Ukraine, hoping Ukraine will make compromises in negotiation to agree to a ceasefire with Russia and sign the peace agreement. Now, Trump wants to change course and strengthen military aid to Ukraine, probably because he has seen Russian forces continuously capturing territory on the front lines. Even Putin's ambitions now go beyond the 4 eastern Ukrainian regions. On July 3rd, Trump called Putin, but they made no substantial progress. Trump also emphasized his disappointment with Putin. He believes Russia has no intention of a ceasefire, instead wanting to expand its gains. Trump thinks pressuring Ukraine is unlikely to resolve this war. It is necessary to use cold, hard reality to make Putin understand that Russia's current strength cannot support such an enormous appetite. In other words, it's about using strength to slap Putin in the face, so he can clearly weigh his own capabilities.